Hello, and welcome back to The Glass Shoe, where every step we take brings us closer to understanding our customers' true needs. I'm Ashley, your navigator in the quest for finding the perfect product market fit. Today, we're delving into the realm of customer interviews, a pivotal element in shaping a startup's journey. Customer interviews are like the compass in your entrepreneurial toolkit. Done right, they'll guide your venture through the fogs of assumption and straight into the clear skies of understanding. But how do they differ from surveys or other methods? It's simple: depth and direction. Every great interview begins with a purpose. Before diving into discussions, it's critical to establish your objectives and hypotheses. What do you really want to learn? And what assumptions are you actually testing here? This clarity will steer your questions and ensure your conversations are both strategic and structured. I like to think about your hypothesis as an assumption that must be true in order for your idea to be successful. And then you're collecting evidence through interviews to try to debunk this theory. Let me clarify. It's not just about finding support, but really trying to find ways it may not be true. I've found this mindset to be more fruitful in uncovering the underlying problems to properly determine the best solutions. But what if your startup is at different stages? The approach varies. For instance, if you're just starting out, your interviews might be more exploratory, seeking to uncover pain points and initial reactions to your concept. Think of it as casting a wide net to gather as much relevant information as possible. Or, if your product is already in the hands of users, your interviews become much more focused. You'll dive into specific features, usage patterns, and user satisfaction. Here, the net is narrower but much deeper. It's targeting the areas you want to improve or validate. Now, as we chart out the course of our interview journey, remember that the route we take can lead to vastly different destinations. That's why setting our compass, our objective, and hypothesis is not just helpful, it's essential. It ensures that every question is asked in a step towards discovering whether we're holding a glass shoe that fits or if we need to go back to the drawing board. Interviews are an intimate conversation where each word, pause, and expression can unlock a treasure trove of insights. Don't mistake an interview for just a casual chat. There's an art to it, and it begins with crafting the perfect interview guide, a script, not for you, but for the conversation. Your guide is your map, leading both you and your customer through a journey of discovery. What do you include? Open-ended questions that actually prompt stories, not yes or no answers. Ask about experiences. Tell me about the last time you used our product is a great opener. It's specific and invites storytelling, and it places the customer in a scene they can recall vividly. I love asking interviews to walk me through how they do something and have them think aloud as they are going through the process. This can be with your product or with alternative solutions that people are currently using. Remember, it's their stage, not yours. Listen, I mean really listen. Let them be the hero of their story as they navigate through their challenges and triumphs. Now that we have our map, let's talk about navigating the terrain. The best interviews feel like a journey you take with your customer, discovering landmarks of insight along the way. And to ensure a fruitful expedition, here are some best practices and pro tips. First, setting the stage is crucial. Find a quiet, comfortable place for the interview, free from interruptions. This shows respect and allows for a relaxed conversation. You can interview your participants in person or over Zoom. Start with light, easy questions like, what's your favorite morning routine? This is a great icebreaker that can also provide context about their day-to-day life. Next, practice active listening. This isn't just about waiting for your turn to speak. It's about truly hearing what they're saying. Nod, maintain eye contact, and give verbal affirmations. Embrace the silence. If your interviewee pauses, don't rush to fill the quiet. Give them space. Often, the most profound insights can come after a thoughtful pause. Another pro tip is to use the 5 whys technique. When a customer describes a problem, ask why, to dig deeper, and then repeat this up to 5 times to really get to the root cause. Also, be mindful of your own biases. It's easy to lead the interview where you want it to go, especially if you're passionate about the product. Instead, you want to remain neutral. Your job is to discover, not to defend or sell. I found it most helpful to have a partner remain silent on the interview, to take all the detailed notes as well as record the interview. This frees you from frantically note-taking and lets you be fully present. It also allows you to get another perspective from someone experiencing the interview who you can quickly debrief with right after. The recording lets you review later to catch anything you missed or even quote a customer. Remember, some topics are sensitive, so you must always ask permission to record and be prepared to accept their wishes. When it's time to wrap up, ask one final open-ended question, like, is there anything we haven't covered that you think is important to share? You'd be surprised at what can emerge at the last minute. I've actually asked that and been asked that in interviews for jobs. It's a fantastic way to uncover something critical that either the interviewer wasn't thinking about or that the interviewee didn't portray throughout the conversation. Customer interviews are about connection. They're about walking a mile in your customer's shoes, or glass slippers, should I say. So you can design not just a product, but a journey that resonates with their deepest desires. And that's what we're going to explore in this series, how to go beyond the surface and dive deep into the realms of customer psychology where the true desires and pains live. Does your product fit, or does it pinch in all the wrong places? Only your customers can tell you, and it's time we ask them. So stay tuned, because in our next episode, we'll be sharing more interview techniques to unravel real-time insights. If you found value in today's chat, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Share your journey or questions in the comments below. And until next time, keep asking, keep listening, and keep fitting that glass shoe.